welcome back to the Art Social. So last week we ended up painting some beautiful balloons with a nice sunset. Not just normal balloons, but some hot air balloons. I know of some friends who have done it. I've seen some of the results. They're absolutely phenomenal, fantastic, beautiful. You guys are awesome. I have noticed that there is a lot of people viewing my videos, and I know some people are waiting and piling them up for a nice big rainy day or a nice long weekend, and they're going to be doing them all in one shot. Some people are going to be waiting to do them at birthday parties, and I'm really excited that everybody is joining in and helping support my channel. Thank you so very much. Without further ado, today we are going to be painting some beautiful pumpkins, and I'm extremely excited about this because fall is my favorite season of all. So you've got the changing of the leaves, the cooler weather, school starts, which is awesome for a lot of friends. I know that pumpkins is an important one for me because I love carving pumpkins. I love Halloween. It all comes in with one another and ties into some big, beautiful madness. And it's one of my favorite things all year. So September is here, the cooler weather is here, and I want to do something really special with you guys. And I think that painting some beautiful pumpkins with a nice background is going to look perfect to hang in your home with your family this fall. So I'm going to start with the brushes that you need. So as always, we're going to start with a big brush, a medium brush that is flat, and a small detailing brush. These are usually what I'm going to be using in my videos. If that ever changes or if I bring in another tool, I will let you know. Next, usually I use an 8x10 canvas. Today I want you guys to try to get something a little bit bigger. I'm not quite sure exactly what size this is. I didn't check the sizing when I got it. I just saw how big it was, and I really liked it, and I thought that it would go really good since we want to make a great big pumpkin, maybe two, and a nice big background in the back. And I think I want to add a title in it, and I think I want it to say Happy Fall. So if your parents are helping you with this and you're having a hard time with the letters and how to write Happy Fall, even if you're following what I'm doing, sometimes it's harder for the little ones to write it out. You can write it, you can decide not to write it, it's up to you, but we're gonna have Happy Fall written in the background, and you're gonna have a beautiful pumpkin, and I am overjoyed about this painting because it's one of our first large paintings. And don't be intimidated, don't be scared, this is gonna be super fun. So the paints that we're going to use, I'm going to use an array of paints. So we're going to use a white, black, yellow, red, and blue because we need to mix some colors. I'm going to make orange by mixing yellow and red. I'm going to make a brown with a black, a red, and a blue. I'll tell you how to mix that all up. And then I'm going to make a green with the yellow and blue. And we're going to use the white to lighten up a couple things for you guys, okay? So I'm super happy about this painting, and I just really want to get into it. So join me in the next clip. Thanks, guys. Hey guys. All right, so I'm eager to get started. So what I'm gonna do is we're going to start with a background like we usually do. So here I have like a charcoal gray kind of. So I like to make my fences like a brown in the background, but I really like the idea of having it a really darker color so that the orange pumpkins can pop in our picture. So you'll see what I mean when we get it started. So first, I want you to tilt your canvas sideways like this, and we're just gonna go ahead and do the entire background this color. So there's nothing too special to it. I want you to start just by putting this color completely on the background, and I'm gonna show you kind of an example. So I'm gonna start at the beginning. I'm gonna hold my paint canvas down, and I'm gonna go back and forth like we usually do, just to get the entire canvas. Nothing too special. Keep going down just like this. Okay. And make sure you get all the sides. There you go. And as you're going down, I want you to, as you can see here, I added some white. I'm gonna just like dab a little bit of white. I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna lighten it up in certain parts. Just going back and forth like this. Okay? So do that going all the way down. You see this cloudy little white that just sparked through? Now keep going dark and then add in some white spots like this. Because you don't want it to be perfectly gray, perfectly black. You want it to have a little bit of texture in it, okay? So as you can see, I'm going back and forth here. Sometimes I'm dabbing because you need to get that edge where it's hard to get it there. So go back and forth. Okay. And I'm gonna add some white. There you go. Okay, as you go lower, don't be afraid to get some on your hands. It's gonna happen, you're painting. You can clean yourself off after, right? So I'm gonna get these edges and I'm gonna get the other edge. This is just so we can have our background before we start painting our beautiful pumpkins. So do this here. Okay. Doesn't really matter what kind of motion you really go in as long as you're going from right to left in some kind of way. I can go like this, I can go like this, but don't go up and down, okay? Because we want it to look like the wood grain is going this way, okay? So now I want to add some of that white inside, like I said. I'm just gonna go back and forth like this. Look at that. So I've got some white that's thicker in some spots and less in others. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of white here and here maybe and up here. Okay, and I'm gonna wipe off my brush here to take the excess off. Then I'm just gonna lightly go back and forth. There you go. Now make sure not to press too hard in these parts where you put that white because you don't want it to get sunk right in. Okay, very lightly. Okay, and once you're done that, try, and if you don't have a flat one and it's a canvas that pops out like this with the wood frame, you can paint the edges, okay? So I'm gonna let you finish that up and we'll get back to the next part once I'm done with the edges, okay? Hey everyone! So we're back. My background is completely dry. So what we're going to work on next is, because this is going to be a fence in the background, we're gonna do some lines coming down, okay? And we're gonna make them like black, because I don't want to make them white, because we're going to have, our writing is gonna be white, and we don't want that to look different. So we're going to put a little bit of black. We don't need lots. Right there. And I'm taking a flat paintbrush because I want it to be pretty thin so I can make those lines, okay? So I'm going to dip inside of my black, and because the background is gray, the black will show, but not lots, which is what we want. So I'm gonna get you to start at the top, and we're gonna go at about right here, and I'm gonna make a line going all the way down. Just like that, okay? If it's not super straight, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna dip in, and I'm gonna go again, and I'm gonna make one right here. Make sure you're holding on to your canvas when you're doing it, because you don't want your canvas to move around, okay? And I'm gonna do one more right here. So they're kind of spaced out evenly, because the wood on your fence would have been cut in the same width. All right, so if you don't find that you had enough paint on your brush, like I find that I got some parts here that are still showing a bit, so I'm gonna retrace just to make it a little darker. There you go. Perfect. Once you've done this part, the next part I'm going to get you to do is I'm just going to get you to dip your brush in again. Okay, and we're going to make little lines. So I'm going to make a little line here, and you can squiggle it like this. I'm going to do another one here. I'm going to kind of have it coming out like this. These are the lines that are in the wood. Those can be crooked. I'm going to have a small one going like this. We're going to have one going here, maybe one in the middle. And then I want to put, in the woods, sometimes you find circles in the wood. Those are called knots. So there's going to be knots in wood. So I want a knot in my wood, and I'm not going to put it in the middle. I'm going to kind of put it to the side, and I'm going to make a an oval or circle. It's up to you. So I'm going to do it shaped just like this, and then I'm going to kind of darken it up on the side like this, and maybe a little bit on this side. All right. Once you're done your circle and your lines, make sure that's all filled in just like that. I think that that looks pretty good. I want to take my black, and I'm just going to very lightly push down here. I don't want to fill it up completely. I just want to make it look like it's like a shadow, right? And then I'm going to put a line here and here just to make it look more real. Okay? You can add a few of those very tiny pieces here and here. And you'll notice that I haven't really put any at the bottom. And that's because we're going to have a big pumpkin here, so it's going to hide it anyway. So you don't want to put any at the bottom. So I'm going to add another one up here. Okay, and maybe one on the edge here. Perfect. Okay, so once you've done your wood lines, you can add another knot here or down here. It's up to you. But I think one is perfect because we're also going to have the writing, the happy fall up here. And we're going to have our pumpkin down below. All right? So once you guys are done with that, I want you to let those lines dry, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to make the pumpkin. I'm excited. Hey everyone, and welcome back. So your lines should be at this point dry, and as you can see, I have added here a wonderful pumpkin. So I traced out a pumpkin. If you want to pause the video and trace out a pumpkin, that's up to you. I just thought that if I do this, then you guys can see where it's going to be positioned. So if you want to, take a white pencil, pause the video, trace it out, and I'll show you what to do next. So I'm going to do white for the pumpkin first, only because I want that really bright orange to pop. So I want it to look really bright and beautiful. And if I were to just do orange on top of the gray and black, it would look very dull. It would look very not so bright. It wouldn't look that great, and you would see the lines through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some white, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over top where I put my lines. It doesn't have to, it doesn't matter if I go over top of my lines. I just want to do the inside of the pumpkin. So this here and around like this, and I make sure that I make a nice big thick white area so that that orange can now pop after. You'll see what I mean by pop. So if you were to just put that orange on top of that black and that gray, it wouldn't look all that great because it's not going to pop out on your screen, on your canvas. So I want to do this so that we can have a nice, wonderful, bright orange. So I want you guys to fill in this pumpkin, not the top here, just the pumpkin down here. And when you're done making that all white and it dries up, we will do the next step. Hey guys, all right, so my white is done. It's not completely dry, but that's okay because the orange is just gonna blend in with it and make different types of oranges throughout the canvas. So next thing I want you to do is I want you to mix that yellow and red and make an orange till you find the orange that you really like. I like this color. So go ahead and mix those colors. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put this paint over top of the white. Just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and trace around. I always like to do the edges before I go ahead and do the middle. So I'm gonna finish that like that. And I'm gonna go and do the other side now. So I'll do this side like this here. If you get some on the black, that's okay. And I'm going to make some more orange in the middle. I hear a dog barking. I don't know if you can hear it on my video, but there's a dog barking in the background. All right, so I'm going to hold on to my canvas because it's starting to move on me, so I don't want that. And don't be afraid to put lots of paint on your brush at this point because you want that orange to be nice and thick. Okay, up here I see some black through the white that I had put. I guess I didn't put enough white, so I'm gonna kind of layer it a little bit here. Just like that. You see how some of the white is coming through in some parts and making like a lighter orange? That's perfectly fine. That's what we wanted. We wanted a mix of the colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this side. I think this orange is perfect for my pumpkin. I am excited to see if you guys will post some pictures on my YouTube channel in the comments so I can see how you guys are doing. I have my Facebook page as well, the Art Social, that you guys can post pictures on, or send me a message to post a picture. That would be greatly appreciated. That way I can have some of my other friends and stuff and everybody could take a look and see how everybody's doing, and that's always exciting. I really like doing that. So I'm gonna go a little thicker right here, just like that, and I'm gonna blend it in. There you go, just like that. So I'm going to now dip my paintbrush a little bit in the white, and I'm gonna kind of lighten up some parts like this. Now blend that in. Don't be afraid to blend in some colors. And I'm gonna start at the top like I'm doing like this, and I'm moving downwards like the lines in a pumpkin, right? So that's always fun. Just like this. And one more here and here. I like that. So as you see, you probably saw that I have some yellow on here. I think some pumpkins have like a hint of like a yellow or orange. So I'm going to dip just the tiniest little amount, and I'm gonna do like I did for the white, and I'm just gonna blend it in. So it gives me some different colors to work with, and that looks really pretty. You see that? It's adding some kind of different orange to the aspect. There you go. Just like this. Perfect. Okay. So there's this part at the top that I'm really not enjoying, is this black part. But what I'm gonna do maybe is I'm going to try and blend that into the black up here, and then we're going to for the top part of the pumpkin, and then we're gonna get little green vines coming around. So don't worry about that, that will go away. So I'm gonna pick up some more of my orange because I don't like how yellow I put that part. I'm gonna go like this. There you go, that's much better. Okay, so now what I want you guys to focus on is I want this part to dry, and we're going to focus on this black part while that dries. So don't waste any time. You can let that dry. You can grab your smaller paintbrush that you used for the lines up here, and I want you to trace right here and make the top part of the pumpkin like that. There you go. And I'm going to fill that in. So fill that in, and then we're going to let all of that dry and come back and finish it off. We're almost done, guys. It's getting there. Okay. Like this, like this. Perfect. All right. So when you're done with this part, I am going to stop this clip and go to the next, and I will see you guys when this is dry. Hi guys. All right, so my orange and my the orange part in my pumpkin and my stem, yes, I found the word, it's a stem, not the top of a pumpkin. So the stem and the pumpkin itself dried out quite a bit. My pumpkin was still a little bit wet when I started putting my lines in. As you can see, I put some lines to trace out the pumpkin shape. It kind of blended in through here, but that's perfectly fine. You can wait till it's fully dry before doing this black part. That's up to you. But I did the outline here. I did the outline out here. And then I did an oval going this way, almost like an eyeball shape in the middle. And I put a line in the middle here and a line in the middle here. Okay, so the next part I want to do is I want to dip in some more black. And I want to do kind of like the grass at the bottom. So I'm going to go like this. Whoop. And I'm going to go like that. As you can see, it kind of looks like the tips of a little bit of grass. I went a little higher than I wanted to, but that's okay. The grass at home is sometimes not cut and it will look a little bit longer. So here I've got a little patch of grass. I want to make a patch of grass that's a little bit smaller here. And I'm going to get some more black. All right. Now, this part is optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. Some people like the grass at the bottom. Some people don't. It's your preference. That's up to you. Don't forget to cover in the orange at the bottom here because you don't want the grass to be orange. Perfect. And I'm going to dip in some more black. And continue on here. Perfect. So your grass doesn't have to all be the same length. I've never seen grass that was all the same exact length. That's in fairy tales. I have never seen anything like that. Your grass is all different height and different width, and it's all in the details. So don't forget, like I said, the bottom here, let's make that all black. So you've got the grass kind of in front of the pumpkin. Don't forget to keep putting grass this way because this is the bottom grass. It's the reason why my grass is black is because it's the shadow of it. I do a lot of silhouette paintings, and the silhouette is like the shadow, like I did in last week's video. If you haven't watched it, you go watch it. It's a wonderful video of a sunset and hot air balloons, and there's a lot of silhouette in the painting. So that's up to you. If you want to do a couple tall pieces of grass, I'm going to put my paintbrush sideways so that I can do a little strip like this. That's up to you. I'm gonna do another one right here. Perfect. All right. So once you're done this part, you're going to be ready to write Hello Fall. Okay? So once you're done this part, get ready for the words. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to write it in white. So I'm going to add some more white. All right. To my palette. Oh, that's a silly sound. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to take one of my brushes. I usually clean my brushes, but I have a brush here so that I could just continue instead of pausing the video again for you guys. So I'm gonna find that brush and we're going to continue with the lettering. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to, sometimes I like to, as you can see, I'm using the same brush as I did for the black, and I'm just dipping it in the white, and I'm going like this. And that's removing the black and adding some white to my brush. So now I'll be able to do that. There you go. And yep, I'm gonna use my fingers just to wipe it off a little bit, see? And then I rub my hands like this, and you can go wash your hands when you're done. That's perfectly fine. So now I'm going to take my brush that is flat. Remember to take your flat brush. And I'm going to start with my letters. So I want to write Hello Fall. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to make a big H. And then dip again. Make sure to make it thick, because we want to be able to read this, okay? There you go. And I'm going to do a big E, all capital. So if you're not sure what a capital is, and is when all the letters are big. So don't forget to do capital. And I like doing capitals because they pop as well. And as you can see, this orange is popping off of the canvas. It's beautiful, it's bright, it's exactly what I wanted, and that's why I did a dark background. So I'm gonna do my L for H-E-L-L-O, hello. Now, if you're in school, which I guess you are learning what is called sight words, and hello is a form of greeting. So that will be something that you will learn. And H-E-L-L-O is how you write hello. There you go. So I did hello, and we're going to write fall, because we're saying hello to fall, and we're really excited to begin with the cool weather and school and seeing our friends again. Because in the summer, you don't get to see all your school friends all that much. Let's see here. I'm going to go like this, like this. Now, if you need some help with this part, you can either pause the video once I'm done with the letters, and you can take your time, because taking your time and being patient is key when it comes to art and painting. So you're going to finish off this part here. Or you can ask your parent, your grandparents, your guardian, your friend. You can ask for help. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. Help is always a good thing to ask for. Sometimes when I need help, I ask for help. I'm not ashamed of that. There you go. Look at this beautiful, beautiful painting. Hello, fall. All right, so I really enjoyed doing this with you guys. I hope you guys had fun. Keep in mind that this is your art. It's not going to look exactly like mine. I'm just showing you, as what it's called, a tutorial on how to paint this yourself. So I hope you guys really had lots of fun. I will see you in the out video, and I had so much fun doing this. Thanks guys for doing this with me. Bye. Hey guys, I hope you had so much fun. I had an amazing time bringing out my love of fall with you guys. I hope that we can do another one since fall is a couple months long. We're also going to be incorporating some Halloween in there. I'm extremely excited, so I hope you are too. I do want to add something in this video. I will be posting a picture just above me during this clip showing you that I have purchased a new acrylic set, so a new paint set. It's called Montmartre Signature Acrylics. It'll say it in the pictures, and I will always also have it in the description. It's a brand for beginners, I find, and I think if I'm painting for beginners, then I should probably use the same thing you guys would be using. If you're interested, it is supposed to last a while. It's a 48-piece set. It was a great bargain on Amazon, so maybe ask your parents to see if you can look into some paint sets, because I know that my last few trips at the dollar store, there's only black paint, and Michael's paint is quite expensive. And if you're not going to be painting all that much and you're just going to be watching my videos once a week or once every few weeks or anything like that, you're just going to want to keep a little stock on the side, and then you'll be good for a little bit. So if you're interested in that, look up ahead in the picture, and I will have it in the description below as well. So I just want to touch base also. I don't only have this YouTube channel, I also have a Facebook page now. It goes by The Art Social, and I post my videos from YouTube, and I also create events for reminders that on Fridays I will be posting videos. I also have polls you guys are going to be able to answer to see if you would prefer a painting with, let's say, a pumpkin or a painting with a witch. And then whichever has the highest numbers is the one I'm going to do the next week. So I'm really excited about that. Don't forget to check out that. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, and also stay creative, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.